Hello everybody, it's the Worm, back with some more Raging Loop. We are back to make another decision like last time. Funny how I left off on what felt like a big decision, and now I'm back one episode over for another potentially big decision. And quite an unexpected one at that. Our decision that we have to make today is regarding whether or not Haruaki should reveal himself as the snake, because Mamiya-san has claimed that she is the snake, and we know that's wrong, so we have to decide on what to do. Before we dive into that decision, however, I feel it would be remiss of me not to go into a bit of detail behind the potential reasonings behind both of these decisions. So, first of all, I should start out with this. Right when Mamiya-san came out and made her play there, in my head at least, my first thought was, well, she's a wolf or a badger. She just has to be, right? I mean, there's no way. She just did something that, threw a wrench and threw a spanner in the works, and now we're stuck in a pretty difficult position. I will say, however, that after a day or so, there was a comment. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, so we have Unknown Pitfall here, who commented on the last video as well. And they raised a point that I felt was important to discuss. Now, I don't think I agree, but it did lead to an interesting train of thought for me. So the idea is that the reason why Mamiya is doing this is because she's actually innocent, and this is her play at trying to survive the game. So, I don't agree with that, but I'd like to try and sort of go along with the reasoning for a little bit, if you'll allow me to do so. And if I'm off base on any of this, feel free to let me know. So, I think the idea goes something like this. Mamiya essentially had a stay of execution as one of the outsiders. She apparently did not check to see if she had a guardian, so everyone said, okay, we'll give you a night, check if you have a guardian, and then we'll check up on you next time. So, the night's over. It's the next day. She only has, what would it be? 3 options, I guess, at this point. Now, of course, this is depending on whether or not she has a guardian. I'm thinking she probably doesn't. So let's say she doesn't have a guardian. And again, this is going on from the viewpoint that she's innocent here. So she can say she doesn't have a guardian. She can be silent and refuse to answer. Or she can do what she just did, which is to lie and claim she has a guardian. So, following along this reasoning, she has claimed that she is the snake. And so why would she do this? Because, as Unknown Pitfall said, she's bluffing to survive. And how does this work? Well, if she has a guardian, and the snake is a very important guardian, then, of course, the people will not want to vote for her. And thus, presumably, she'll be able to, night after night, continue to bluff until the eventual end of the game. See, this is where it sort of breaks down for me, right? So, if she... I see a lot of problems with this idea if she's actually innocent. First of all, there's the immediate possibility that the real guardian is going to step up and you know, what am I trying to say? Reveal the truth, or counter you, essentially. And then it's their word versus yours, and, you know, you, the outsider, I'm not sure you're going to win that fight. So that's immediate, assuming that the actual guardian holder is not going to step up and acknowledge themselves. So that's already risky. Second thing, she chose to be the snake, which is a really important role. And then, as a what am I trying to say? Not a tangent. As a corollary to her being the snake, she chose to pick a person and then didn't say they were an innocent human, but instead said they were a wolf, which was Tai-san. So not only did she pick an important guardian, but she then picked someone to die, essentially, which kind of makes sense if you're trying to survive, because now you're getting them to vote for other people. But then here's another issue. Say she continues to do this, you know, pick people to die, essentially. I see, like, in the short term, like, maybe a couple nights, this could help her survive. But then, by her actions, she's sowing confusion and potentially killing innocent humans. This just aids the wolves. And if the wolves win, she's gonna die. That's just the way it's gonna be. I just don't see her actions benefiting the humans at all. And like it or not, she needs to benefit them if she wants to get out of here alive. Maybe she doesn't understand that. Now, this could be leading into the fact that she might be a human but is actually the badger, and is kind of inadvertently helping the wolves. But Mamiya's been pretty on top of things so far, pretty intelligent, so I'm not sure I want to say she's just making a mistake. So anyway, I thought it was important to talk about that. just so we sort of understand that viewpoint first. So let's go into the next viewpoint here, and this one is held by myself and well, this was expanded upon by Tuli Connell, and I really liked what you had to say here, because I had a lot of similar thoughts on this. And so, in particular, let's now look at it from the side that Mamiya is a wolf or a badger, okay? If that is the case, then this whole scenario, I think, is a strategy by the wolves to try and take out the snake. So let's say that she's a wolf. This strategy then is a kind of offensive move that the wolves are taking now, because they were unable to kill anyone the last night, and we're thinking that's because the spider was able to protect someone. So now they're taking the next step, taking the initiative, and doing this to try and take out the snake, because the snake is probably the most important guardian, I'd say. Being able to actively, like, because the crow is reactive, snake is proactive. Snake can actually make plays and gather information for everyone. So, essentially, Mamiya, whether she's a wolf or a badger, she's, you know, playing for the wolves, essentially, is making this play, claiming to be the snake. And then she chooses Tai-san to be her sacrifice, essentially. which I think probably, well, she could be if she's just making a guess. This would be more if she's innocent, making a guess. But I think that this might mean Tai-san is a bit more trustworthy if she's getting picked by Mamiya-san for her sacrifice. But anyway, that's going off on a bit of a tangent. So, she claims to be Snake and chooses a human. Now, if we choose not to interrupt, Tai-san is probably going to get chosen to be hanged. So, the humans lose one of their number. However, and this is why this is also shows why this is not a good long-term strategy for her if she were innocent. This I think this is going to happen if I choose to not reveal myself. The Crow will finally have a part to play, because all last route the Crow didn't get to do anything. Now, however, say Tai-san gets the chosen to be hanged. The Crow will be able to inform all of us whether or not Tai was a wolf or a human. And so, she will be revealed as a fraud. Of course, this is a... that's where I think the gamble is in here, because if the wolves are able to get the snake to reveal that person, they'll be able to try and take him out. Of course, then you're trading one wolf for one snake, but I think that is probably a worthy trade. Because remember, last time, there's an extra wolf now, you know? There's one extra human and one extra wolf, and so the wolves have pieces to play, and if they are able to take out the snake, then I feel like that's a huge advantage for them. Now, I'm not a, veteran of these sorts of games, as I've said several times now, but I feel like that would be a very important play to make. Let's see. Yeah. So, essentially, I'm leaning towards she's probably a wolf or a badger. It could be something where she's a badger and the way she became a badger was the wolves are forcing her to do this or, convince her in some way. Or it could be something weird where, I don't know, trying to get revenge for Hashimoto-san, It's I can see different reasonings for this sort of thing. It's just, yeah. Okay, so, saying that, there's another thing here. This is also something that was brought up by Tulikano. In terms of making the actual decision, if we stay silent, we'll probably be able to reveal Mamiya as a fraud through the use of the Crow. But we will lose Tai-san because of that. So the question is, how will the rest of the villagers react should that be the case? Would we then reveal ourselves after that? Or if we did, the villagers probably wouldn't want to trust us because we sacrificed Tai-san. But the thing is, this is kind of where we're getting down to like the cruel arithmetic of this game. Is, do we have to make this decision if we want to win? And so I think I'm probably going to pick to not reveal ourselves here. I mean, considering just the nature of the game, we will end up going back and picking this choice, but for the time being, I want to make decisions based on, our reasoning and following through with that. So yeah, I think if we chose to reveal ourselves, that would lead to our death. I just think that's probably likely. So yeah, let's get back into this. Yeah, but if you disagree with me and think that that Well, I guess we're about to find out, so maybe this is not this is not useful, maybe. But if you disagree with my thought process here, I'd love to hear it. You know, if I've missed something or there's a fault in my reasoning, let me know. But of course, I don't know how long these different branches will take us, so maybe we'll get answers very quickly. Let's get into it now. Okay. Couldn't help but feel I was in a extremely difficult situation here. Okay. It's strange. I've seemed to have developed this sort of cutthroat mentality where I feel it's necessary to sacrifice Tai-san here, which is a shame, I feel, in some way, but I don't, as Haruaki, I don't want to lose. I feel like I don't want to lose, you know? It's this weird thought in my head. Let's do it. When I say let's do it, I mean let's not do it. We're not going to reveal ourselves, and we're going to hope that the crow will step up and be able to knock out Mamiya-san. Let's see how this goes. I didn't find it reasonable whatsoever. Also, am I recording? Let's make sure of that. Yes, it looks like it. But I decided to keep quiet. So he said, what did he say? I didn't find it reasonable. So he wanted to speak up, and I chose not to. Gotcha.
それじゃあ、間宮久子さんが本物の蛇だと仮定して進めますが。
仮定って何よ。
あなたを疑う理由があるとすれば、さっき知恵姉が言ったように、その喧嘩越しですよ。間宮さんはずっと冷静だったじゃないですか。一体どうしたんです？
こんな状況で冷静になれる？朝起きたら腹に血で文字が書いてあるのよ。どう考えても怪奇現象でしょ。しかもそれでこうして完全に善人面してる人がいるって知ったのよ。冷静になれるわけないでしょ。この大嘘つきが、これだから若いもんは、町のもんは。
What did the others think about this exchange?
ババアが狼だっつうのかよ。
そうよ、さっきから言ってるでしょ。
Now, I do have to say, I just now thought of this. There could be the unfortunate... This could be an unfortunate outcome here. That Tai-san is hanged, and it turns out that Tai-san is the crow. That would be kind of worst case scenario here. So that is a possibility, unfortunately. Well, you know, we've made our bed, now we just have to lay in it.
Baba, ちゃんとまともに返事しろよ。てめえは狼なんですか？
義継、このバカが、もうダメじゃ。若いもんはみんな読み人じゃ。
ああ？分かった、もういいぜ。
耐えば、そんなん言わないでよ。よし君も何煽ってるの？
昨日俺はこのババアに一票入れられてもうちょいで死にそうだったんだぜ。そりゃ怪しいだろうがよ。
義継、お前いい加減にしろよ。つうかあんたもいきなり何なんだ。こんなばあさま捕まえて金切り声でよ。
あなたにはわからないわよ。
あ、こんなひどい。
くそったれ。おい、ちょっといいか。全員冷静になれ。狭いところだができるだけ離れてしばらく黙って頭冷やすぞ。いいな、おやっさん。
Old man Makishima looked around the circle.
次に騒いだもんは殴りつける。
That was enough to bring absolute silence to the room. However, that made certain negative emotions stand out. They came out as throat clearing, tongue clicks, or sighs, among other things. Still, The silence helped cool people off, or at least it helped me. For better or worse, I knew for certain that she was a fake, and right now I had to act accordingly. But I didn't really know what that entailed. To declare that she was a fake snake, I had to declare I was the real one. However, that meant making myself a target for the wolves. There is the idea, this was also brought up by Tuli Cannell. I mentioned it a bit last time, but Tuli Cannell kind of expounded upon that, expanded it. The idea is that Mako is the spider. We're already sort of thinking that. But the idea is that Rokako is directing Mako to choose who to protect. And so there could be the potential idea that if we revealed ourselves, Rokako could ensure our survival by continuing to make Mako protect us. So I could see that as a reason to do that. Yeah. What would I do then? There would be two possible snakes, Hisako, Mamiya, and I doubted we would be hanged right then and there. They'd probably have us investigate someone to see who was telling the truth. But I would probably be killed during that process. Oh. The Yomi team was using Mamiya-san as bait to draw out the real snake. Yes! This is the idea. That was the most likely scenario. However, this felt kinda unnatural, though. Why did Mamiya-san claim the role? She was an outsider who had no affinity for the old stories or loyalty for the village. Yep, this is the weird thing. Again, I think it could be some weird thing where it's revenge for Hashimoto-san. Like maybe the wolves approached her and told her, yes, it was these villagers who killed Hashimoto-san, and so she's getting revenge for that. Or it could be just not even that. It could be, hey, you need to do this or we'll kill you. It could be anything like that. That's why I think it's possible she could be the badger in this scenario, not just a wolf. Drawing attention to herself like that was a dangerous move. It was even worse for her since she'd come out as the snake before anyone died, meaning there was absolutely no chance the real snake was out of the game. Yes, that's why it's strange. Then perhaps it meant that...
Oh, Eiga.
Of course he's not going to explain his thought process just yet. After 30 minutes, Kanzo-san resumed the feast.
Uematsu no. Kyou tore.
Okay. I'm going to have to note all this.
カンちゃん、私は人よ。狼ですよ。あんたはまた。
Man, the more she talks, the more I feel bad about this.
肝臓さん、票を取る前にもう一つ確認しておかないといけないことがある。
ん？
久石春明さんの今日開示するといった情報の内容です。
That's Yasunaga-kun, cutting to the heart of the matter. So he remembered. However, I decided to not reveal that I was the snake this time. It might have helped the humans, but I felt I had to keep it hidden to ensure my own survival. Thus I had to think of some nonsense. We were given a lot of time though, so I already had more than enough ready.
まず、残念ながら僕はここで明かすだけで自分の潔白を証明できるような情報をまだ持ってません。
I don't like how he phrased this. It might have helped in the short term, in that it might have protected Taisan, true. But again, the role of the snake is so important. I mean, that means we have to reveal ourselves eventually, but I don't know. I could see it either way. Honestly, I could. It's just I'm stuck between wanting to think of this as a game to beat, to solve, while also the fact that, this is a story with characters, and the characters, are written in such a way that you sympathize and empathize with them, and it's just, yeah.
その点僕は間宮さんよりも場に貢献できないこととなった。そのことはお詫びしたいと思います。
それは何の過去も持っていないという意味だと考えてよろしいかね。
当然のご判断かと。
はっきり言え。
僕には特別な力はありません。
Well, that's wrong in several ways. With those words, I was also a liar. Okay, that's his play here.
ただ僕を生かしてもらえるならできる限りのことを皆さんのためにします。
そりゃあ昨日も聞いた。
Unlike the first time, Kanzo-san seemed kind of interested in what I had to say. Of course, he'd probably throw me out the moment he felt I overstepped myself.
僕は戦略を提示できます。
Okay, this I can believe.
というとタエさんも間宮さんもくくらない。
Ooh. Okay.
あ
もし山脇タエさんが狼の一員だったとしておそらくはその陰謀の中心人物ではないと思うんです。
Kind of a backhanded way to say that.
だから私は違う言うて。
仮の話です。一方でもし間宮さんが蛇じゃなかったとすれば。
ヘビに決まってるでしょ。他に誰も出なかったんだから。
ここで皆さんに確認したいんですが、このゲーム失礼読み意味の宴で狼が能動的に生き残るにはカゴ持ちを詐称するしかないですよね。
その通りです。狼は基本的に受動的に疑われないことを期待して動くでしょうが、それだと蛇にいつかは引っかかる。それで疑われた時に自分は人だと喧伝しても効果はありません。その瞬間に何か他のカゴ者を名乗ってもとても嘘くさい。だから適当な時に自分からカゴ者を名乗るのが有効。先に名乗ってしまえば後から誰かが名乗ったとしても逆にそっちが嘘くさくなりますからね。
あなた何を根拠に。
客観的な話ですよ。だからこの場で間宮さんが確定で蛇だってことにはならない。仮に間宮さんが偽物で狼だとしたらすでにあなたは他の2人から切られてるってことになりますし。
Ooh. I mean, yeah, I said this earlier this video. It's that I didn't put it exactly this way, but as a sacrificial piece, as I said, it would sorry. As it would be trading I think I said it'd be trading a wolf for the snake. But I don't think I took it this far. He's saying, I already cut you off. My goodness. Please speak more, Yasunaga.
待って、勝手に話を進めないで。どういうことなのよ、いきなり。
あなたが前面に出たということはあなたが場をかき乱している間に他の狼が手を進めるという作戦。おそらくその作戦を考えた人はあなたじゃないし、もっと注意深く潜伏しているはず。だからあなたが場を乱そうとするのを無視できればあなたの脅威は潜伏している他の狼ほど大きくなる。
I'm sorry. Man, having Yasunaga on your team is just he's OP. He's too powerful. This is great.
そんなこと？くだらない。私は本物のヘビなんだから。
なんだ、お姉ちゃんが狼で決まりじゃん。
Ooh. Now what if this is Mochi is a wolf, but it's essentially like confirming what Yasunaga said, where now the wolves jump in and really this is so crazy. Oh, okay. Huh?
モッチ、何か気づいたのか？
Talk to me, Mochi. Let me hear it.
いやだって今のやっすんの話への反応さ。多分お姉ちゃん自分の立場に気づいてなかったから食いついたんでしょ今。
Didn't understand the wolves were cutting her out to dry.
自分が狼じゃないならそもそも聞かなくたっていい話だしな。
この状況で適当に聞き流していい話なんてあるわけないでしょ。
モッチどうしたのよいきなり。
だってそう思ったしさ。でもやっすんの意見には賛成かな。お姉ちゃんは泳がせればよし。
あのねモッチ、あんまり適当なことばっか言ってると君まで疑われるよ。
まあ桔梗の振る舞いだしな。しょうがないよね。
Yeah, Mochi. You can always hide behind that, can't ya?
じゃあ自分のためじゃなく人のためにもうちょっと考えて喋りな。間宮さんがくくられることになったら今のモッチーの言葉のせいにもなるのよ。
プップー怒られた。
で、匠兄ちゃんの誰もくくらないって方針にはつながるの？タエばあちゃんも間宮さんもくくらないならさ。
それは
That'd be meaningless. If we didn't lower the number of suspects, it'd be a waste of a free day the spider gave us.
くくらねえのが本当に俺らのためにならねえってなら、俺は俺
Oh,
は
I'm sorry.
ばあちゃんを信じてる。
Okay.
たとえ狼の役にされたとしても、ばあちゃんが殺しなんてするはずねえ。
Sorry. I didn't mean to click there. That was an accident. What did he say? Oof. Yeah, sorry, Takumi. We saw an alternate reality where she in fact did. Ooh. Well, that just wasn't true.
だから、俺はばあちゃんを守る。
But I'm really glad to know Takumi's a human here.
あんたはほんまにええ子ね。
ちなみに何も言ってない香織さんはどうなんだ？あ、まあいいや。じいさんは
狼が来る。
こっちもいいや。おやっさんどうする？
タエバーと記者は両方くくる。
Ooh. Scorched earth. Huh? For a moment, we were so dumbfounded that the room was filled with utter silence.
いや、なんでなんだよ、おやっさん。
I mean, he's a veteran, so he certainly has an idea here.
狼はくくらねばならん。
それはそうかもしれねえが、片方は狼じゃねえんだぞ。
確実にするために犠牲を払う。昔から皆そうやってきた。
It always was. He then got up, which made him seem larger than usual.
タエバー、覚悟してくれ。わしはあんたを60年見てきた。あんたが一番安水を吸い取る。安水のために気張ってくれんか。
His voice was as blunt as always, not changing his expression at all. He pushed an old acquaintance into what could be her death. It didn't matter to him if the person was friend or family. He had his own line of thinking and clearly knew what had to be done. Friend or outsider meant nothing in the face of this situation. There was no room for hesitation or mercy.
あんたと匠が骨拾うてくれるんね。
Oh, man.
うん。
And his kind of madness was shared by everyone in Yasumizu.
ばあちゃん、そんな、嫌だよ。
匠、私は狼様じゃない。あんたが信じてくれるんなら、票はあの女に入れとくれ。その上で、私がくくられても、それは神内様の天命よね。
What if this is some weird sort of 4D, 5D chess thing where Tai-san is actually a wolf, and they did this because they knew Mamiya-san would get found out as a wolf, and so they're doing this double... I don't know. Just a funny thought I just had.
それじゃあ、植松の。
はい。
今日の票を取る。
Yasunaga-kun was looking at the floor with a pale visage. I probably didn't look all that different from him. The silent alliance he and I made was crushed by Kanzo-san. It was a moment of defeat for us. The old man's words quickly ended the battle between reason and tradition. Was there any way for us to resist it? Like yesterday, the voting began with the old wolf guy.
我が狼なんか。おお。
He acted he acted the same way as before, but the one he pointed at this time wasn't me, but Tai-san.
あんたもいい加減なことを。
Did he even understand the situation?
記者の女に入れる。
Of course he would.
私も同じよ。
I feel like these votes are going to be a bit more simple to understand than the last round.
間宮さんですか？
そうよ。
俺はあんただ、記者の姉ちゃん。
ええ、そうでしょうね。
The votes so far were about what you'd expect.
次だ、香織さん。
She's been silent this whole time. I'm really curious about this. Her position in all this was strange. Though she was an adult, she tended to listen to Yasunaga-kun and ask for his opinion often. Will she do so again? I had no idea who she would vote for, but I soon found out. I never could have guessed it.
室匠さんに一票を。
What? How, why, when, where? Why, how, you, what? Naturally, that shocked everyone.
なんでだ、香織さん。
私には難しいことはわかりませんが。
So what? Pick one at random? What is this?
いざとなれば、最も疑いたくない方も疑わざるを得ない時だとは覚悟をしているんですよ。
I need more than that.
だからそのつもりで票を投じると決めました。匠さんにもそれを分かってもらいたいから。
Throwing away your vote?
じゃあ、俺が別に狼じゃないと思ってるけど、俺の目を覚ますために票を使ったっていうのかよ。
あなたが狼じゃないって証拠はないし、私にはあなたが果たすべきことをしていないように思えるの。匠さん。
俺が果たすべきこと？なんだよそれ。意味がわからん。
I don't either. I'll have to go back and read this again. Kaori-san didn't change her vote, and Takumi-san actually ended up getting one.
私か。難しいな。
Next up with Kinosuke Shi, who'd had little presence today.
どうにせよ、2名ともくくることには合理性はあるが、実際のところ、蛇を自称する彼女を軽んじすぎではないかね。
I could see where he's coming from, because that is such a huge piece.
私は室に投票しよう。
What?
てめえもか。
山脇老人に投票すれば貴様はもっと怒るだろう。それに私は彼に対する評価を少し改めた。
僕ですか？
ああ、それ以上は言うことはないがね。
Did he realize?
僕は昨日と同様に野里さんに投票します。
Okay, this is not going the way I thought it would go.
野里さんを選ぶ積極的理由は昨日のままですが、
Okay.
僕はもう少し間宮さんの言動に注目をしたい。ちなみにどうしてタイさんを蛇の加護の対象にしたんですか？
That's a good question.
どうしたらいいかわからなかったから名前は適当に書いたわよ。
Or did you write out what the wolves told you to write?
適当に選んでタイバーですか。まあわかりました。僕は以上です。
何なのよ一体。
僕はおっちゃんに1票追加。
So wait, where are we at right now? We're 1 for Ty, 2 for her, 2 for him, 2 for him. My goodness.
またか貴様、近持ち。
本当はね、マミヤのお姉ちゃんが狼だと僕は思うんだけど、やっすんがもうちょっと見たいって言うなら僕はそれでもいいかな。
もっち、ありがとう。
俺は意見を変えねえ。そこのクソババアに1票だ。
Don't tell me we're getting into a similar situation to last time. So what, we're at 2, 2, 2, right? 2, 2, 2, 2, right now.
この汚れもんが。
次、私か。
What you thinking, Chammy? We didn't get much of your thoughts today.
ごめん、間宮さん。あなたに投票するわ。
3. You know, what's interesting, in this feast and last feast, Haru has been just almost dead silent for most of it. She did speak up at one point in this instant, in this feast and also the last one, but she's been so quiet this whole time. Of course, by that estimation, you could call for Mako too, but you know, or old man, but you know.
なんで私はヘビなのよ。
だってあなたそんな人じゃなかったもの。いきなり変わったもの。
Oh, you know, the wolves had a strategy meeting.
でももしかしたら春明さんが言ってた無事なかもしれない。
Ah, yes. This is my thought. Her words caused a stir, but not a big one. They didn't seem to understand. The badger talk from yesterday didn't stay in their minds, it seemed.
もしそうなら言ってほしい。ムジナだって人なんだから死ななくていいはずでしょ。
そんなんじゃない。私はヘビよ。
ちえみ。
匠兄ちゃん、私別に匠兄ちゃんの味方のつもりじゃない。タイばあちゃんに投票しようか迷ったもの。
じいちゃん、あんたもね。
何？なんでだよ。
だってこんなのどっちも味方できないよ。匠兄ちゃんも本当は分かってるはずでしょ。タエばあちゃんが好きだからってそれだけを理由にして間宮さんを殺そうとするなんて。
It's true.
そんなの匠兄ちゃんらしくないよ。
Yeah, but we know he's human. You say that's not like him, but we know he's human.
私はただ匠兄ちゃんも一緒に悩んでくれるって勝手に期待しただけ。勝手でごめんばあちゃん。間宮さんも恨まれても仕方ないって思ってる。ちえみからは以上だよ。
次、春。どうすんだ？
え？じゃあ私も野里さんにする。
3-3.
なぜついでの感覚で私がこう毎回危ない目に遭わねばならんのかね。
He sure had an unfortunate roll this time.
次、植松さんだけど。
Okay, these 4 now. What are we gonna do, guys?
山脇様に投票いたします。
I think Rikako's trying it again. We got 3-3-3. We need another for Muro. And then... Wait, we have 3-3-3. Does it work?
植松様。
Oh, as long as we just have the tie. Yeah.
蛇の加護者を名乗られる方を無下には扱いません。申し訳ありません。もし間宮様の加護が本物でなかったらその報いは必ず果たしますから。
Are you able to say that because you're the crow? I don't know, maybe.
ええですよ。わかりました。
メイコ、どうする？
おばあちゃん。
ガキにも嫌われてやがる。
Ooh. That's tough. 4.
皿長の子に嫌われてようが知らん。
春明様は
What was I supposed to do? Mamiya-san was tied with... Oh wait, she was at 4 too, okay. Mamiya-san was tied with Tai-san at 4 votes, while Kinosuke had 3, and Takumi had 2. Pardon me. It was Mamiya-san's turn right after mine. She'd definitely vote for Tai-san, meaning she had effectively 5 votes. So if I voted for Mamiya-san, I would bring it to a final vote, but if I voted for Tai-san, she would definitely be hanged. Were those my only choices here? Would a vote condemning someone to death really be meaningful? A vote for Kinosuke was bound to be pointless. I couldn't use it as a message of any kind, and it wouldn't be a good way to repay him for avoiding picking me. What if I voted for that guy over there, though? What? What do you mean, game? Am I really doing this? I think I might actually be doing this. Are you all ready for cliffhanger number 3? Because I think we're doing cliffhanger number 3. Mostly because I want more time to dissect what just happened and think about this and come to a decision. I need the time. I need to think about this. Boy, what do we talk about here? I don't even know. I don't even know. Yeah, I need to go over this again before I can even think about making this decision. Okay. I want to say I'm liking the discussions we're having. Well, not really discussions. I like the comments I'm seeing in these recent videos. Just getting to read what your thoughts are is fun for me. Plus it allows me to go at the issues at a different angle, because more heads are better than one. So I really appreciate that. Next time we will be making another decision, funnily enough. This is a very tense part of the game, I gotta say that. Very exciting too. I was kind of hyper focused on this. In any case, I've been the Worm. This has been Raging Loop, and I hope to see you next time. See you then.